Good evening. So our topic for today is about the special topic of the science, technology, and society about the information of the society. So first of all, I am Jackie Okianko Jr. and I am here to in front of you of the video to present and to discuss you of our lesson for today. So, um, first, um, first of all, we will discuss first about the science, technology, and society word by word, and later on we will gonna discuss about the special topic about the information of the society. So, what is SDS? Defining science, technology, and society. So, Science, Technology, and Society, or STS, is the intellectual roots of STLI in the history, philosophy, and social study of science and technology, an arena where often controversial issues and choices interface with values influence public policy. STS prepares students to understand both the technical and social dimension of science and technology, helps them become more than thoughtful and better informed citizens of our high-tech society, and develops their critical interdisciplinary thinking, research, and communication skills. Students flourish intellectually in an environment where critical questioning is encouraged and opportunities for research are abundant. The STS program maintains a full slate of guest speakers, often co-sponsored by other departments for the benefit of students of the larger community. On a personal level, STS is interdisciplinary education for life, relevant to every field of study, a great major or double major, or the minor for all majors. A way to improve your writing and communication skill, problem solving abilities, and ability to adapt to change in science and technology. The next one is academic SDS, or a science, technology, and society. It's an interdisciplinary field that studies the condition under which the production, distribution, and utilization of scientific knowledge and technological system occur, the consequences of these activities upon different groups of people. STS builds on the history and philosophy of science and technology, sociology and anthropology, and policy studies, and culture and literary studies, all of which shape the modes of analysis deployed in the field. And the next one is SDS courses teach students to analyze the interplay of social factors that have resulted in a particularly scientific and technological outcomes both in the present and in the past. Read scientific, technological, and historical texts critically, assessing their social, cultural, and political origins and ramifications. Pursue, pursue research project using published sources, technical and scientific data, and unpublished archival material. So activists SDS. So there are four of it. The first one is the awareness of a problem. The second one is a need to take a responsibility. The third one is a draw an external expertise. The last one is a make decisions and take actions. So these are demonstrate, litigate, educate, legislate, and etc. So strength is relevance, empowerment, and democratic, and the weakness is ad hoc, emotional, and IMPY. So at in the picture here, there are that is one of the examples of the nuclear power, toxic waste, healthcare, and climate change action. We have here are the two cultures. So, how does it mean to be human? So, the two possibilities there are two. Homo sapiens sapiens, that are primates who think or a lot of competitive. And there are Homo faber, that primates who make things manipulative. So the next one is the science. So what is science? So defining science. So how do we define science? So we have here a content, method, attitude, goals, language, tools, and community. And lastly is the process. So science, the human attempt to understand the natural world with or without concern for practical uses of that knowledge. Science tries to discover facts and relationship and then tries to create theories that make sense of these facts and relationship. In general, science is an organized hierarchical activity that investigates nature and human nature by experiment and observation. Its goals are explanation, understanding, prediction, and control. It tests its theories by logical, mathematical, and technological means. And science is shaped by social forces and historical change. While seeking objectivity, science also shapes culture. So the next one is the technology. So what is technology? Defining technology. Technology, and now from some technology, the human attempt to change the world by creating products that can help people. Technology is the application of the science to solve problems. Technology is the making usage and knowledge of tools, machines, techniques, craft, and system of organization to solve problems. The next one is the technology involves. So we have here the three of the technology involves, which are the tools, techniques, and procedure. So there are interconnections between science and technology. So science explores for the purpose of knowing, while technology explores for the purpose of making something useful from the knowledge. Science drives technology by making new technology possible through scientific breakthrough. So we have here in the information society the special topics and that must be mentioned. So the definition of information is an assemblage of data in a comprehensible from capable of communication and use. The essence of it is that a meaning has been attached to the raw facts. The next one is the what is society? The community of people living in a particular country or region associated to one another in having shared customs, law, and organization. The example of society we have here in the four of the example of society. The first one is agricultural society. The next one is industrial society. The third one is information society. And the last one is the knowledge of the society. So the information society, a society in which information rather than material goods has become the chief economic, social, and cultural motor. An information society is a society where the creation, distribution, use, integration, and manipulation of information is a significant economic, political, and cultural activity. The aim of the information society is to gain competitive advantage internationally through using information technology or IT in a creative and productive way. So that picture, the left side, that is a one of example of the global information. So the next one is information cycle. So we have a here is the creators of information, which are the writers, musicians, artists, researchers, database producers, and web producers. So the next one is information products. These are the books, videos, magazines, websites. And we have here distributors of information, which are the publishers, internet providers, vendors, and producers. And the third one is the disseminators of information, which are the schools, libraries, college and universities, business, government, and museum. And we have here is the users of information, which are the individuals, business, person, and researchers. So the origin and development of information society, there are three periods of analysis. First one is from 1960 to the mid 1970s. Analysis concentrated exclusively on American. The second one is a form the late of 1970s to the early 1990s as ICTs were deployed extensively in the reach of developed states. And the third one, um, analysis focused on the potential and promise of the internet, leading to the current widespread interest in the global information society. Economic factors in information society. So, organization use information as resource, increasing efficiency, effectiveness, and stimulating innovation, and improvement in the quality of the goods and services produced, and increase sale through advertisement. And also the consumers also use information to make better choices between different products and explore their entitlements to public services and 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 exercise their civil rights and responsibilities. Indicators of information society. So the first one is growth of telecommunication, and the second one is a computer of ICTs, and the third one is skills professionals, and the third one is a shift in occupational structure, and the next one is equal opportunities, and the last one is information as a critical assets. These are the creation, acquisitions, management, delivery, strong indicators. The information law to regulate information society is the freedom of information, and the law related in regulating information like copyright and intellectual property rights. And we have here a technology for information society, which are the telephone, broadcasting media, computer, internet, world wide web, telecommunication, and satellite. So the librarian and skill in information society, identifying and analyzing user information needs, and technology skills, information management expertise, an ability to evaluate information, an ability to organize and store information for effective retrieval, knowledge of delivery mechanism and means of um, disseminating information, and training and um, consultancy skills and management skills. So we have here in the last slide, which is the conclusion. These are the information society in many countries like Pakistan. It's only considered as the development of telecommunication infrastructure, but we must acknowledge its socio-economic and institutional importance. We must understand the knowledge needs of different communities and groups. The developed countries like Japan, Canada, USA, Germany, United Kingdom, and etc. rather, may be considered as information societies, but the developing countries like Pakistan are still far away from information society.